We've never rolled We haven't rolled stats yet, so I don't know what my health is.
Yeah, I mean, in general, 12 is on the low side, 20 is on the high side for health kind of thing. So a 10 feels
Ouch.
devastating. A 10 is very, very painful. It is at least half your health and probably somewhere more closer to 3/4 as this tentacle kind of comes down at you and you kind of whip out the electrified cable, and it's just like it's not quite enough, and this giant tentacle just slams down on you and smashes you to the ground, and you take 10 points of damage, which is a lot.
I was just hoping I'd go to move the cord, but it's just too short because it's a 3-foot cable.
Retcon, that's exactly what happens. You go to do the high five, you pull the cable, it only goes about halfway, and then you get smashed in the face by the tentacle.
Well, that's not how that's supposed to work.
All right. Monster time.
Is there anything sentimental in the cubicle?
From the person?
Yeah.
Oh, at this point, most of it's destroyed, but it was basically just work supplies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wouldn't work. We could lure him into the elevator, maybe?
Question. Do they have those cans of compressed air that you use to clean out computers?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely they do.
I'm taking a few of those. I'm turning those motherfuckers upside down. I'm going to spray them in the eyes.
And all his little 12 little mouth eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. Get them in the most sensitive part.
Okay, roll.
To at least build a smoke screen.
Yeah, roll a 2d6 plus 1.
I'll take it.
Hey, a 10. That's a full success. Kind of as it's kind of thrashing and flailing around after having slammed Bishop Kane so badly, it kind of spins, and you just grab a couple cans, just go psh, right into its eyes, and it just kind of howls in pain as its eyes immediately dry out and kind of crust over a little bit. And it just starts thrashing like crazy, wildly. And Yerby's like, okay, unorthodox.
So when the rule book said, the most senior ascended is to deal with the changed.
Yeah.
Are there any more specifications than that? Does it literally mean it is expected that person will kill the whatever, or is it more like they have to be the one that comes up with a solution? Does that make any sense? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think it's not specific. I think it is very clearly written that the implication, any reading, surface and deeper, very obviously means that the higher ranked ascended kills the thing. However, it doesn't actually say that the highest ranking ascended must murder to death the changed, right? So it doesn't say that specifically.
Good. So I think Rippy would sort of step forward, now it's ready. Now Rippy's ready to take his turn.
Yeah.
Anyway, he would sort of look at the situation, looking at this guy just ripping everyone to shreds, and just sort of casually taking in the whole scene. Would then turn to Yerby and say, "Aye, what do you say your turnover rate for employees is here? How quickly can you get more in to take their place when something happens?"
I mean, 5 or 10 I can get pretty quick. 20 or 30 takes a little longer. Anything more is going to be tough.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. And so looking into this cubicle farm, Rippy would basically look for the people that are looking directly at us to see what the fuck is going on. What is the leadership doing here to protect them, to solve this problem?
Yeah.
And Rippy would count out 30 people. You, and you, and you. Grab his legs and grab his tentacles. Go. Like he's gonna now mobilize the workers to try to lock this thing down so that we can step in and just stomp on its head or whatever.
And they all kind of turn to look to Yerby for a second, and Yerby looks fucking horrified. He's like, "What are you looking at me for? Grab his fucking arms and legs!" And they all get up and they just start like fucking 5 just get cut in half with a giant tentacle whip as they're making their way there. The rest are just like screaming as they grab onto the legs. They're getting smashed and just stomped into jelly and jam as they're fucking like grabbing it and just dying. I will say probably a number of them, probably 10 or 15, managed to hold on to him for a little bit, but boy, they're not having a lot of impact. He is now basically a screaming bloody blender at this point.
Oh god. What I'm wondering is if he's been like immobilized enough, even temporarily, I want Rippy to like look for a heavy object, like a cinder block or like a really heavy vase, and use it as just like he's trying to squish a spider that he doesn't want to touch. He's trying to like smash this thing's head without like touching it.
That's so amazing. So okay, so this is not like a giant fucking Conan the Barbarian.
No,
this is like a
exactly. This is like he's trying to touch it as little as he can. Ew. Okay, as people are like dying all around him, he's trying to literally use as little force is required, only because he wants to interact with this thing as little as possible.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so I think because you have so many people on it, roll 2d6 plus 1 and roll it twice. You'll take the higher of the two.
2d6 plus 15, I think it should be.
Okay, a full fucking 12. So I think what happens is the people are kind of on it and they're kind of slowing it down, and you kind of walk up to its upside down face with all the eyeballs coming out of its mouth. And you kind of like, and you kind of smack it with a computer monitor, like a big old school fucking tube monitor, like we used to have back in the day, kind of thing. And you're like, and you hear like pop as you realize you hit it right in the eyeballs.
No,
and it screeches and kind of it scream because the eyes came out of its mouth, kind of sprays a little bit of eyeball goo on you. And so you're like, oh god, you're like, and so you just kind of like really rapid fire hit a couple more times, like pop, pop, crunch, plap, and you kind of cave in its face quite a bit as it kind of falls over backwards. It's still alive and thrashing, but it's much more kind of docile at this point.
Ew.
That's disgusting. Can I try and help finish it?
Yeah. What are you thinking?
If everyone's holding it, maybe I can break its neck. Just twist it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Roll 2d6 plus 1 and roll it at advantage because it's pretty fucked up now.
Okay. It's loosened.
Okay, yep. It's in a pretty bad position, so both mixed successes are definitely enough. It's kind of like gurgling and choking on its own eyeballs. And you kind of walk up and you grab its neck and you just like twist it, and it stops moving. And Yerby's kind of standing there, and he's like, okay, you sure handled that. Good job.
You know what they say, Yerby?
I sure do know what they say.
A brilliant person once said you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
A few eggs. Yep.
Remember that?
I remember that.
Remember?
Yep. I remember that one like it was yesterday.
Nothing wrong with inspiring the economy a bit, eh?
Yep. Going to have to hire a couple new people, but
there you go. Nothing wrong with a couple of few friendly faces, is it?
Yep. No, that's a good point. Okay. Great work.
This one was so piddling, it didn't seem worth it to turn monster.
No, that's a good point. It was a pretty weak one, to be honest.
Fiddling, I say. Yes.
Yep.
I want to stand up with the bravest face that I can.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just kind of like dusting it off, but internally I'm dying.
Yeah. No, it's so many things are broken on the inside.
Oh.
And I think, like, as you kind of stand up, Yerby kind of points at you. It's like, this guy, I thought he was getting fucked up, but it was a distraction.
Yeah. Yes.
That was so clever. I was so worried, but you're fine.
Absolutely fine. I don't remember eating raspberry jam. I just want to spit blood.
Oh, no.
God. It's like, all right, everybody back to work. And they all kind of let go of this giant tentacle monster. And they kind of go back to their cubicles and start working. A couple of them whose cubicles have been destroyed just kind of like they write a couple chairs and put them to where they were sitting, and they just kind of sit there where they would be working, but they're not doing anything. And a couple of them have to kind of like use their foot to push half a friend away from where they should be sitting, kind of thing. Where they have to kind of wipe some blood and bone shards off their seat before they sit down, kind of thing. But they all kind of go back to sitting down. And you guys get into the elevator, and Yerby hits up, and he's just kind of like looking at you guys through the side of his eye.
On the way to the elevator, did we see? Sometimes there's first aid kits like placed around.
Yeah.
Did we pass it?
Absolutely.
Can I have grabbed one of those?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna surreptitiously pass it to Bishop in the elevator.
Okay,
I'll look and just thank you.
Okay, Tiger, go ahead and roll 2d6 plus 1. So did you want him to see you take it off the wall in the first place, or did you want the whole thing to be hidden?
I don't want him. I'd rather him not know how badly hurt Bishop is, so I'd like it to all be hidden.
Yeah. Okay. So roll 2d6 plus 1 for taking it off the wall. Oh yeah, full. He doesn't even see you take it, so you don't need to hide your passing it because he had no idea you even took it.
Haha! I brought this one from home. Also, he doesn't need it. So
I brought it from home. Also, he doesn't need it. Also, I didn't give it to him.
You didn't see anything. Nobody saw nothing.
Yeah. Okay. And the elevator goes up, and the whole way Yerby's just kind of telling you about the cars and about his employees and about how it was a terrible waste of meat and blood down there, and how he's now remembering he didn't have breakfast and now he's hungry, kind of thing. And then you kind of get to the top floor, and he walks you into his office.
When he was saying, he was complaining about what just happened, right?
Yeah.
I'll, in response to that, I'll say, well, you need to keep the fear up in your employees. You know this, right? A lack of fear is a failure.
I had never thought of using a changed one to drive the fear up.
Yerby, that's why you're you and we're us.
That's so smart. Okay, just a sec. Okay, I'm going to remember that forever now. Got it. Great idea.
What was that you just did?
That was like writing a mental note and putting it in a mental envelope, and then putting a mental address on it and mailing it to myself, and then receiving the mental note to myself and putting it in my mental filing cabinet.
Wow. Quite the process, huh?
Well, I'll never forget it now.
Here's the hoping.
I mean, I'll have to open the letter, but I won't forget what's on the letter after I open it and read it mentally.
Boy, that's a convoluted system.
Never fails. Never fails. Fernando always tells me how impressed he is with my filing system.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
So you guys get to the top floor and you get to Yerby's office, which has like, it's got giant windows on the far side, which have just like curtains upon curtains upon blinds upon curtains upon draped blankets upon everything in front of them, kind of thing. On the sides of the office, it's like it's pretty grand size wise. Like it would probably take you boy, I don't know how square footage works. It would take you probably 20 big steps to go from the elevator to his desk, if that makes sense size wise. And along the way there are busts of famous people on the left and right hand side leading to his desk. Ooh. And as you guys are kind of walking between these busts towards the desk, you notice that each one of them has fangs, and these are all definitely very famous vampires.
I was like, Bolas? You found Bolas?
No. And kind of as you're going by them, he's like, this one was Alfred. He killed 23 people in a minute. Absolutely impressive. This one's Bertram. He had the highest profit margins 3 years in a row. Absolutely incredible vampire. This one, and he's just kind of like listing off all the incredible things that these vampires have done. Some of them are acts of like brutal physical violence and terror. Other ones are incredible business acumen, and it kind of seems like in equal measure. And then he gets to the desk, and he pulls out a couple very large binders, and he's like, I used to keep this on the laptop, but then I didn't, so now I've got them on the binders. And which fiscal year are you hoping to look for?
I'll say the most recent.
The most recent fiscal year. Okay. So this is the one with the Fernando whoopsie in it.
All right, let me have it here.
Okay, so you could see here, that's the amount I said, right? But here's the amount that was missing very regularly, and that's what Fernando was taking. So then you can see here, 6 months later, I cut all the employee wages. We lost a lot to starvation, but that's okay. I don't care about that. And then we started using cheaper metal for the cars, and lots of accidents, but we don't care about that. And we were able to make up the losses from Fernando's shenanigans, and we're back where we should be, basically.
Can I look at the numbers and deduce if, like, Fernando's embezzling was actually just Fernando buying office supplies or something?
Oh shit! Oh no!
Yeah. Okay. Roll 2d6 plus 2. This is definitely in your wheelhouse. Okay. Yeah. With an 8, that's a pretty strong mixed success. This looks like pretty minor embezzling. It's not office supplies small, but it's like Fernando wanted to buy himself a new pack of Magic the Gathering cards. This could be a couple $100. He probably wanted to go on a vacation, and there's like $1,000 here. Like, it's weird amounts. It's like one is like $1,276.23. One is $428.13. These are all like very weirdly specific amounts. You get the feeling possibly Yerby gave Fernando the business credit card sometimes, and Yerby basically just made some personal purchases on the.
You mean Fernando?
Fernando made some personal purchases on the company card.
Interesting. And does it say like, is this like a bank statement? Like it says like where it was purchased at, or is this like an accountant's book?
Yeah, this is like an accountant's book. This is like a ledger kind of thing.
Gotcha,
So it's kind of
okay.
showing amounts missing, like not adding up kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're confident that he was embezzling though.
He was
In
embezzling,
some
just not a huge amount.
What about, did we have to kind of sign anything to come in here? Was there any sort of record of who visits?
Not for you guys, no.
Yerby,
Yes?
do you have a sort of health and safety protocol where people must sign in and some sort of register?
Of course. And I check it all the time to make sure that it's accurate, like I should.
That's great. Can we see it too?
It's in the shop.
It's critical that we see the dates that line up with these charges and see if there was anyone else.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, I checked it before I went into the shop. Nobody else.
Can I do like an insight thing?
Yeah, he's full of shit.
Yerby. Who
Who
are we? You know, I mean, who are we? Right?
Okay. Listen. Maybe. One or two times. Maybe more. I, as a sign of gratitude to Fernando for all his hard work and his friendship,
Uh-oh.
maybe,
Uh-oh.
maybe,
Easy.
Oh boy.
I
Easy
take,
there.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Okay.
I take him to an amusement park together,
Okay.
and I use the company business card.
Oh, no,
One or two times, or maybe three.
No. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Uh-oh.
Well, I mean,
It's not gonna look good.
I made all the money up though,
Okay.
and some of
How'd you
them
do
he
that?
did on his own. Like this one, I
Okay.
don't know what this $300 is,
Okay.
but I made all the money up. The books are balanced. Employees are unhappy. Production is great. Cars are shit. It's everything's exactly how it should be.
Oh. It sounds pretty squared away to me.
And I'm never doing it again.
Right?
Because
Never
I've
doing that again.
Got no one to go to the amusement parks with now.
Right?
No.
Why?
you-
No point in going again. Yeah, that's just what he sounded like.
you didn't do anything.
Kill me. I know
Yeah.
you killed him.
Yeah, it was the one like that. Yep. That's right.
Yerby, you were just kind of doing the thing you're meant to do. Of course, you're the boss.
That's
you
right.
should take things if you want them, but then you do have to blame somebody. You did just as you should.
I blamed Fernando, and then I killed him to make it all better again.
Perfect.
There you
Perfect.
go.
Well,
Well done.
My
Well
question
done.
is, if I may ask you seem to have a bit of an affinity for this Fernando individual. Why didn't you just blame it on one of these other schmucks?
That would have made life a lot easier, huh?
Probably.
That would have been a pretty good idea. Oh, God. What have I done, Fernando?
Oh dear.
Hey,
Oh, here he goes.
listen. And I think Rippy comfortingly takes his top hat off, puts it over his chest, and puts an arm around Yerby and says,
Hey, listen, remember what they say. It's not necessarily the mistakes that define us as much as it's the decisions we make that ruin other people's lives that we then have to carry with us for the rest of our existence. Isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go,
You know-
back up.
You want to know the worst part of the whole thing?
What is it?
As I was doing it, I was kind of hoping maybe it did work that way and that he would become a vampire.
And then instead he just died.
And then he just died and he's not a vampire and I'm all alone in the house.
You're all alone in your big house.
Oh,
All by
God.
yourself without any way to organize it. It's a proper joke, that one is.
Yep. Good joke.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm concerned that once we bring all the Herbies together, the power of all their combined tragic lives is going to be too much and it'll destroy the Prime Inc. as soon as we make it. Too much tragedy and then just, it's a singularity and then it just, that's it.
All right, well, are you satisfied with the books?
Yeah.
All right. Should we just go back home and I'll write up the final report and send you guys back to head office?
Sure.
Yeah.
I suppose, yes.
All
Anything
right.
else we need to see here?
All right. Is it okay if we walk home? I don't feel like teleporting anymore.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I think the fresh air would be good. And he takes you guys to the elevator and he's just like heartbroken the whole ride down.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And then he gets down to the main lobby and the front receptionist is like, good morning, Yerby. I didn't see you come in. I hope your day is going well. And your guests are, and Yerby's like, this is Bishop. This is Eye of the Tiger, and this is Mr. Rippy Mersion, and this is Mr. Sebastian Milton. They're the best friends I have in this world now.
Whoa.
Receptionist.
A little presumptuous here.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't wait to go to that water park with you one day.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Don't you worry.
And you guys kind of leave the front building, leave the front doors, and you are immediately struck with the stench of the city. You are now in the heart of the metropolis, and it is like someone took a shit on a mound of piss and gasoline and then burnt hair on it.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Like the smell is overwhelming. And
Fresh air.
Yerby kind of pulls up like a handkerchief kind of thing that covers his whole face except for his eyes kind of thing. And then he's like, I do like this way the city smells in the morning.
Yes. We've got a bit of an acquired bouquet.
It is. It's really wonderful when you get it though.
Yeah.
And the street in front of you is just bumper to bumper stuck. It's just completely gridlocked. And then every now and then it moves up an inch and all the cars kind of bump into each other. And everyone kind of leans out their windows and just starts swearing and yelling at each other. The sidewalk is incredibly busy with people kind of bumping into each other. But there is like this holy circle around you guys. An untouchable little zone that nobody dares enter, and they like push each other to make sure that that zone is respected. They're pushing each other in the face, they're pushing each other over, stepping on each other to make sure that no one gets within about 3 feet of you guys. And Yerby doesn't even recognize that this is happening. He's just like walking down the street, doesn't even recognize all the turmoil and frustration and chaos around you guys.
This circle, is this because of him? Is this because of us? Or is this just because of like it's because we're humies?
It's so they're all people, they're all humans. And you get the feeling it's very much because of Yerby.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So they think because we're walking with him that we're with him as well.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Gotcha.
And as you guys are kind of walking, Yerby is kind of talking about Fernando, and telling about some of the great stories that he had with Fernando, and a lot of them are really like dull, but also macabre. Like this one time when Fernando was setting the table and Yerby bit the guy in the neck wrong, and it sprayed like a pint of blood directly into Fernando's mouth, and he spent the next 5 hours puking in the toilet. So stories like that kind of thing. And then, you guys turn down an alleyway, and it's a little bit weird because there's kind of nobody in the alleyway, but like maybe a couple street people kind of thing. And Yerby's kind of points ahead, and he's like, all right, it's just a little bit down that way. My shoes became untied. If I could just got to tie my shoes. You guys go on ahead. I'll catch up.
This seems highly suspicious.
What do you mean? No worries. Rippy will wait right here to make sure nothing's wrong.
We'll wait. I got something to go with it anyways. I want to get my book out and just like start like pretending I'm reading notes.
No. You guys go on that way. And I'll catch up. I just got to tie my shoes. You guys can go ahead. Just walk to the end of the alley there, and you'll see the house right there. So just go on and go to the end of the alleyway.
Insight?
Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus 1. Oh, shit.
Ooh.
It's a trap. Yeah, no, he's 100% absolutely full of shit, and something does not add up about you guys going to the end of the alleyway.
Interesting. Okay, so what? Let's think. If he wants us to go to the end of the alleyway, he doesn't seem to be on to us. So what would he be setting us up for?
Yeah, that's maybe. I wonder if he's like trying to cover up loose ends if he feels like the audit didn't go very well or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe he killed the last audit people as well.
Oh, maybe that's why he was so nervous. He's just trying to desperately cover his fucking tracks.
What if those people down in the basement with no tongues were the audit people?
Oh my god.
Wait, I think the audit people are monsters. Are meant to be actual monsters.
Oh yeah, they already changed.
Yeah, I think. This is a tough one.
This is a fucking tough one.
Or what if we ran into that letter at the beginning of the arc? What if he got another letter saying, okay, we've rescheduled for the, blah, 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 because they said in the letter that they originally couldn't make it. So maybe they gotten an update or something like that.
Well, that was for the dinner. That was for the special guests.
Oh, okay.
And we determined that the special guests were essentially humans for them to eat, right?
Oh, I thought the special guests were the auditors.
Yeah, same.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Do we think that have we been made? Do we think that he bought our story of just wanting to instill fear? Or do you think the way we dealt with that monster kind of gave it away?
I think he's too stupid, but I'm just trying to,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's kind of tricky.
Can we, what if we try to intimidate him? If we, yeah, I don't know. Anyone who's
Tiger is tall.
Tiger's tall. Yerby is what is he doing? He's tying his shoe.
He's kind of like pointing at his shoe like he wants to tie his shoe, but he won't start tying his shoe until you guys walk to the end of the
Oh.
He's like, I gotta tie my shoe. You guys should go on ahead, and then I'll tie. You gotta go to the end of the alleyway.
Does his shoe one have laces at all?
You know what? No.
Yerby,
Yes?
your shoe cannot be tied.
Oh. Would you look at? And then he spreads his arms with his cape behind him and he sweeps it forward. And you guys find yourselves thrown backwards in a giant gust of magical wind. You go tumbling backwards, rolling ass over tea kettle to the end of the alleyway. And
Can I land really spry on my feet?
yeah, if you want to try to make a cool landing, go ahead and roll 2d6.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. This is really important. We gotta take the time.
I want you to describe. I want you to describe what Rippy does.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Please let Bishop Kane be the only one that lands cool.
All right, Bishop Kane.
Please let me take no damage because I'm already dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally fine.
Roll it, Bishop Kane.
What do you want me to roll?
2d6.
2d6 plus 0.
Plus 0? Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's a fucking success.
Yeah. So I think the way this happens is Rippy, you kind of get blasted back so hard. You kind of hit your head on the pavement as you're going backwards, and the world just kind of becomes a whirling blur of noise and sound. And you just kind of roll fucking dead weight sideways log roll to the end of the alleyway. And Tiger, you kind of try to do a back spring, and as you kind of land, the log rolling Rippy kind of caused you to trip and just face plant. You smash your nose into the pavement as you kind of go skidding backwards, dragged on your nose to the end of the alleyway. Sebastian, you kind of roll backwards, you land on your ass, and you do kind of a backward somersault, and you stand up and you feel like you're doing okay until Bishop Kane's ass just kind of plants right in the middle of your chest, sends you flying backwards. And Kane, by smashing into Sebastian, you manage to land on your feet, but your ass hurts a little bit at the end of the alleyway. And Yerby's kind of standing there at the far end of the alley. He's like, I'm so sorry. Boy, am I glad you're not monsters. That was a huge gamble on my part. If you guys had been monsters, I would be dead.
Well, what do we do now, Yerby?
Well, if I were you, I would probably start running. And you guys see on each other's foreheads, this symbol starts to kind of burn itself into your foreheads. It looks kind of like an ampersand, but with it's like two ampersands inverted on top of each other. Kind of like a really fucked up weird figure eight kind of thing. And it's on all of your foreheads. And you look down at the ground and you see this big white line drawn on the ground. It's like a foot thick of a white line that is drawn on the ground. And you guys are on the side opposite of where Yerby is. Like Yerby is on the inside kind of thing of this line. It's kind of where he's standing, there's city, and where you guys are standing, you notice that there's no buildings built past the point where you guys are.
Oh, we're outside the city.
Shoot.
Yeah.
So probably the symbols mean we can't come in? We're banished? Should we try?
I feel like this is something where I gotta risk the change. Shit.
Oh.
Oh, well.
He's like, well, I would have been dead. I was like, you're about to be.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And it's interesting that you say that, because all of you suddenly have horrible stomach pains.
Oh, fuck.
And you all feel the change coming, and it's real bad. Having seen what happens when you change, that guy in the skyscraper office where his arm exploded and his face twisted upside down, you feel that change starting to happen.
I want to make a little space between the group. Let's spread out a little bit.
I was gonna say Rippy would start looking for somewhere like he's a tourist on vacation feeling diarrhea coming on looking for somewhere safe.
So what you guys can do is pick one of the things from like your basic class, not a move, not an ability from the basic moves list that you get to choose, just like one of the basic descriptors of your class. You can have one of those now.
Like the starting moves type thing, or
like
sort of general thing, like barbarians, like you now are stronger and
For
like
appearance?
it's like here, let me grab.
yeah. Well, give us an example for our class.
Exactly. I'll give you an example. Here's this. So like the okay, yeah, like one of the starting moves.
Okay.
Because usually you start with all the starting moves, I think. Now you only get one of them. You can choose one of your starting moves, like for the failed arcanist. You can have Laughing Stock of the Wizarding World, or you only learn through failure, or I'm a real wizard now, or I know a spell kind of thing.
Perfect. I already know exactly what I want.
I really fucked up with picking my character because I just picked it because of the name sounded cool. Oh boy, did I fuck up.
It's gonna make for such interesting stuff, don't even worry.
My guy does nothing but ask questions. He has no abilities, no defense, no combat, nothing. All he is, he's the world's greatest lawyer, but he doesn't even know how to wield a pen as a weapon.
That's hilarious. Your monster transformation, and you just stay the same because you're already a lawyer. Horrible lawyer joke.
I think I know what I want to choose, but it's like there's stuff like roll plus int, so I don't know how that would work.
It would be context sensitive kind of thing. Basically, your int is okay, so it'd probably be a +1 or a +2 kind of thing. But since you don't have your full character sheet, it would be kind of context sensitive.
Okay, I've chosen.
Which one are you going with?
Arcane Blitzkrieg.
Oh my god. When you want to fire a chaotic torrent of mismatched defensive spells as a devastating blitzkrieg that will blow away your enemies, roll plus intelligence. On a 10+, your onslaught of attack spells smashes into your target. You deal 2d6 damage to one enemy in the near range. On a 7 to 9, your spells madly arc out of control. You deal 2d6. To one enemy within the near range, and the GM tells you an additional effect that your wild onslaught of magic has. On a 6 or less, your magic prematurely detonates and flies out of control. You deal 1d6 damage on up to 2 targets of your choice within the near range, and you take 2d6 damage. Oh, wow. In addition to whatever the GM would normally say, they can tell you an additional unintentional effect brought on by the wild misuse of your magic. Wow. Okay.
So, right after we start feeling the pains and Yerby says, if you are monsters, I would be dead. I'm like, you're about to be.
Okay, you wanna cast Arcane Blitzkrieg?
Yep.
Okay, so 2d6 plus int. I'm gonna give you a +1 right now because I think things are real fucked up and you're probably reeling. So yeah, 2d6 plus 1 for your int.
Oh
boy, 2 natty ones.
Oh,
Fuck.
This is gonna be fun.
God.
And preceded by a "well, you're about to be" comment.
Yeah, we're all going to
no.
Instead of him dying, we're all going to die.
Fuck.
I'm going to bed. I don't need this shit.
Oh God.
So I think
I tried to not aim at Kane.
totally. I think the way this works is so you I think you kind of raise your hand as you say this, and you cast the spells without having backed up from the from where that line is drawn. And I think, much to your dismay, you realize that your spells also cannot go through this barrier.
Oh no.
As you unleash a blast, a torrent of explosive spells that blow up 1 foot from your face. So I will roll 2d6s for you, and this will be the damage you take. Not too bad. Right. You know what?
Natty ones matched by natty ones.
Natty ones and then natty ones. You take 2 damage, but you do go flying backwards and just kind of slam into the pavement as the explosion kind of sends you flying backwards. And Jerby kind of like holds his face like, oh God, what are you doing? I said run. It's very dangerous. Start running now.
Can I see what we're supposed to run from?
So when you kind of look out at, what you should be running from, what you see is the pavement that you're standing on kind of goes for another maybe 50 yards. And after that is like bog. It is disgusting, bubbling, murky, dirty bog with stumps turned over, sticking out of it, a couple weeds sticking out of it, and you do see a ripple in the water kind of moving around. Not directly towards you, but there's something under the surface of the water in the bog that's kind of moving around.
Oh boy.
Seems safe on the pavement though.
Interesting. So we can't go through this barrier. We can't shoot through the barrier. We can speak through the barrier. I want to turn and look at what's his name again?
Yerby?
Yerby. Fucking Yerby. I want to turn and look at Yerby. Oh wait, never mind. God damn it! I thought it was Galdrick.
Oh, that's so sad.
I was gonna say I've met all your counterparts and you're the worst one.
Oh no, that's right.
But I haven't.
Damn.
That would have been such a good burn.
I know, right?
All right, well, shit. Is there any reason why you're doing this, Yerby?
Well, the way that you fought the Changed One was pretty fucked up. That was not something I would have thought that, and he kind of points up like the way Rippy's been doing. He's like that, as kind of, we'll deal with that. And
nowhere in the book does it say we have to transform.
No, that was why I thought maybe, but then I saw Mr. Kane got really fucked up. Like, boy, you should really be like doing something about that. You got really fucked up.
Yeah, I know. Can I get that Band-Aid now, please?
And he's like, but in case, they sent humans to do the audit. I didn't want people to find out that I'd turned Fernando into a vampire, and they did that. The books, they probably wouldn't hold up under scrutiny. So I thought maybe I just get you out of the city. Then it doesn't matter if you're ascended.
Can I make an investigation roll in the moment to think if that book that I took will be of any use to me right now?
Ooh.
And be like, well, I guess you don't need this then.
Okay, yeah. Roll 2d6 plus 2. Again, this is super in your wheelhouse. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah. You have the very distinct feeling that this book being on the other side of the barrier is going to be a huge fucking problem for Yerby.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Okay. And okay, so I'm gonna oh fuck. I'm trying to be tactical here. Okay, what would Kane do? Because on one hand, if I can get him to let us back in, he can kill us himself, or maybe we can fight him now that we've got powers. All right, fuck. All right. Well, Yerby, you might want to, let us back in.
I don't think I want to do that.
I want to reach in a. Oh, go ahead.
I don't think I can.
All right. Well, until you can, I'll just hold on to this, and I want to pull out the book.
Ooh.
Yerby like falls down to his knees. And like he just like puts his hands on his face and he starts like pulling on his face. He's like,
oh my God.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit.
I bet this isn't supposed to be outside the city, is it?
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, this is the problem. Oh no. Oh,
well, fuck. You heard the man. We better start running with the book. Okay.
All right. See you, Yerby.
No, wait, come back. Hold on. No, I got to.
I start doing like the mother who's leaving the child. Okay, I'm leaving.
No. Try throwing the book through. Throw me the book. Throw me the book and I'll let you back into the city.
Can't hear you. We're too far from the
Sorry
barrier.
about it, mate. We're going to go and put this in the paper. No worries.
Do you think that ripple by the wall is a bad thing? I'm gonna walk towards that.
No, wait, come back. Just wait. You give me the book, I'll bring you back into the city.
That's you're full of shit.
Like you said, maybe it's best. Maybe it's for the best that we're around here, anyways. Hey, maybe we deserve it. No worries. We'll just take this book and be on our way.
Yeah.
And he kind of like looks around, then he turns into a bat and just flies away.
Oh no, dang.
Yeah, we better start running.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Part of me wants to read the book and see what happens.
Could we teleport or something? Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so you said there were glyphs. You said there were circles. You said there were symbols. Symbols I didn't recognize.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know what it is, but if I'm assuming it's something. It's probably some sort of contract. And if somebody new speaks the contract, I'm willing to bet whoever like does the contract like just shows up. I'm willing to bet it's like a summoning sort of thing.
Don't want that. We're not ready to see people.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, do we see any other road to another city? Do we know anything about this? Were we given any sort of information about this before we were like? Here, why or do we have fucking symbols on our foreheads? Do we have any knowledge to this at all?
So you were told basically that the cities are kind of isolated and protected, and that around them was basically just bog and marsh and forests and deserts and volcanoes and all matter of awful, horrible places. And there are roads that connect cities, but they're like thousands of miles long.
So us going to another city is not really an option.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So we have to find another way back into this city. Can I like test to see if I can walk past the barrier?
Yeah, you can test the barrier if you'd like. Just tell me how you'd like to do it.
Han Solo style, take a rock and throw it.
Okay, yeah, you take a rock and you throw it, and it just you throw a rock into the you throw a rock into the city. Wait, no. Nope, it would bounce off. Yep. No, you throw the rock and it bounces off an invisible kind of barrier.
What if this is a will thing? You know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. I want to approach the barrier and just kind of hold this thought as like, I am ascended. You know, like I deserve to be here. No one's going to get in my way of what I deserve, of what I am going to take, that type of thing.
Yep.
And see if that does anything.
Like just standing by the barrier kind of thing?
Yeah, see if I can open a hole, or if I don't open a hole, try to move forward.
Yeah, and so the barrier is like completely invisible. Like when you threw the rock, it just kind of seemed to bounce off thin air. So you kind of stand there and you hold this thought. Roll 2d6 plus 1.
So, what are you gonna do this weekend? Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're standing there and you're holding this thought in your mind so strongly that you do belong here. Like you were sent here. You have fooled other ascended already. You can do this. You belong in this city. And you take one step forward and you are concentrating so hard that you feel this resistance as you're kind of pushing into this kind of barrier, and you feel like you're moving forwards, and it's very, very tough. And the rest of you watch as Sebastian kind of takes a step forward and all his skin begins to singe and peel. Whoa. And he's so focused on pushing forwards that he doesn't even notice that literally his flesh is being burned away as he tries to push his way into this.
Oh my God.
Sebastian, no, stop. No, don't do it, Sebastian.
Keep going.
Oh, I'm gonna keep going.
No, you're burning. You're gonna die.
Do you keep going?
I haven't taken damage, so I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. You are now being burned so badly, your body tells you, I'm about to get hurt real bad. And you get a little mental warning of incoming pain. Would you like to keep pushing through?
I think Sebastian's kind of the mindset is like, I've been through much worse, and if I die here, well, I die here. So he's gonna keep moving.
Yep.
I look at the other two. How do we signal that we need one more?
You do take 4 points of damage as your skin and flesh are starting to be scoured away from this spell, kind of burning you as you are pushing yourself through it. Would you like to keep pushing?
Yes.
You take another 4 damage as the skin is now almost completely seared away. The flesh and meat below and fat is starting to sizzle and pop as you are being kind of slowly disintegrated as you push yourself through this barrier. And you feel your bones starting to heat up.
Oh my God.
Sebastian, get out of there.
Do I want to go full bacon?
Smells like burnt bacon over here.
Insight check.
Okay. 2d6, just straight 2d6. Okay. Are you looking for whether or not you think you can make it?
Yeah.
You very strongly suspect that you cannot make it, and if you could, you would be in a state so grievously injured that bleed out and infection would probably take you pretty quick.
I stop.
Okay. You turn around and everybody else sees you basically with a half melted face. Your shoulder is missing and your chest is basically an open cavity at this point.
What? Oh my God.
You feeling all right?
Flesh wound. I'm fine.
All of your flesh,
look
yeah.
pretty bad, as a matter of fact.
It looks worse than it actually is. It's just a little whiskey. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I was
weird,
but this is nuts.
A bit gruesome, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Do you have any burn cream in the first aid kit, Bishop?
I guess I'll look. I think they think he needs a lot
Here's
more.
to
Than
hoping.
It's like a little, yeah.
Like 2 vitamin E tablets kind of thing.
Yeah. There's 2 vitamin E tablets and a little bit of clear burn ointment.
I just need some electrolytes, so we'll be good.
Give me some Gatorade.
Just need a long rest.
Yep.
And perhaps attracted by
geez.
the smell of burning flesh, the ripples in the water grow very quickly to be quite violent. The water bubbles.
Oh God.
And a thing pulls itself out of the swamp. And at first, you're like, zombie. And then you're like, half a zombie. As the top half of a corpse pulls itself out of the bog.
Ooh.
And it's like,
Oh God.
and it starts pulling itself along the pavement, dragging its rough entrails, leaving leaving a trail of like gore and mud and water behind it as it kind of crawls towards you.
Ugh.
And that's where we'll leave it, guys.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
We'll pick it up next time with that.
Jesus. Well, fuck. What a fucking episode. Oh my God.
That is awesome.
That
Our
was
first kind
super
of
fun.
combat that led to the revelation of our true identity, kind of.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Now we're outside of the fucking wall being chased down. Man.
Man,
Okay.
I did not expect you guys to just straight up try to fight that thing in the I really thought you guys were going to try to like convince Yerby to fight it, or like convince like to try to run away or something. So I really liked you guys trying to find ways to fight it. That was fucking amazing. I love that.
Oh man.
I hate that I picked this class. I fucked up.
No, there's gonna be points in time where, you know, sometimes, you know, you're happy to be one way and sometimes you're happy to be other ways. It'll be fine.
My guy doesn't even know how to hold a gun, okay?
It's gonna be tough, man. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have some tough times for sure.
I'll
Gotta
say
get to the
this.
multi-classing.
I'll say this. Bishop's ass is probably the most action Sebastian's ever gotten.
That's amazing. Okay, guys. Well, we will be back same time, same place.
Yes.
Next week, guys. Thank you so much. This was a hell of a lot of fun.
Fuck yeah. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everybody. And
Yeah.
I will see you all next week.
Yep, sounds good.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Aw.